Alright, so we're factoring regular trinomials. A regular trinomial has an x to the power of 2 and x and a constant. And sometimes it does have a GCF that you need to take care of before you start factoring, okay? So your first question is always, is there a GCF? So by looking at A, we do see that there is no number, because there's a 1 here, right? And so between 1, 5, and 6, you cannot take out anything. There's nothing common between the three numbers. And then you have x squared, x, and no x. So there's nothing common between that. So you need to go and see and realize that this is a regular trinomial. So how to factor a regular trinomial? Okay. You're going to open up two brackets. Kids love doing that. Okay? And your first task is basically you can separate your x already to know that x times x will give you your x squared, because you want to make sure that when you multiply, you're basically going to change this trinomial into a multiplication of binomial times binomial. How to do that is making sure that you find two numbers, the two numbers that you're going to put here, are two numbers that you're going to add together that are going to make 5, and when you multiply them, they're going to make 6. How I always remember, because you're thinking, is it multiply, or is it add, or is it multiply? So I say A comes before M, and that one comes before that one, so addition, multiplication. That's what I always say, all right? So hopefully you'll be able to do this without any problems, and the two numbers are 2 and 3, okay? So if your two numbers are 2 and 3, it doesn't matter where you put them, okay, 3 or 2 or 2 or 3, you will still get the same answer. And what, again, is awesome about this is you can always check your answer to see if you're doing it right. So x times x is x squared, x times 3 is 3x, 2 times x is 2x, so 3x and 2x makes your 5x, and then 2 times 3 is your 6. Boom, you're done. Okay? That's how you can check if you found the two right numbers. A lot of kids are like, I can't find the numbers. They exist. If we gave it to you on a test, the numbers exist. Alright? Okay, here, if you look at this, you do see that it's a trinomial, but you're realizing there's a number here in front of the x squared, and we're used to not having a number when we factor. So chances are there's a GCF here, okay? So by looking at my three terms, I do see that there needs to be something common between -3, -21, and -36. And often enough, it is that number in front of the x squared. So I'm going to take out -3, and I am left with x squared. And then -3 times what will give me -21 plus 7x. And then -3 times what will give me -36 plus 12. So a lot of kids do make that error with the plus and putting minus again. So make sure you do take away the -3 and not only +3, because 3 would be common, but you need to, there needs to be nothing instead of 1. There needs to be just a 1 inside here. So for sometimes you'll be done. That's it. That's the only way you can factor. But for this one, you're left with a regular trinomial that you can factor. So you need to find two numbers that add up to 7. And when you multiply, give you 12. So again, hopefully, you can clearly see that the two numbers are 3 and 4. Oh, let's put in a multiplication here. 3 and 4. Okay? And so I leave my 3, and that's another thing. A lot of kids forget the -3, I'm sorry. They just tend to want to factor this and kind of forget about the -3. So I open up my two brackets like we did earlier, and I separate my x, and my two numbers are 3 and 4. And I'm done.